I'm Carmine DeCibio, Global Chairman and CEO of EY. While we're thrilled to be hosting the first virtual EY World Entrepreneur of the Year Awards with CNBC Catalyst, before we begin the show, I want to address the inequities highlighted by the pandemic and the very difficult events that started in the United States and now have really become a global issue. Like so many of you, I am deeply shaken and really outraged at the painful reality of racism and injustices that persist around the world. Being in the business of really transformation, we have the power and the responsibility to make change on the status quo that exists out there today in terms of racism. We at EY have 300,000 people around the world, and we pledge to stand against racial injustice and racist violence in the world, and use our platform to enact meaningful change, both at EY and in our communities around the world. I hope all of you will commit to making the same change and be agents of change. Thank you for joining us.
Hello and welcome to the first ever virtual EY World Entrepreneur of the Year. I'm Emma Crosby. Thank you for joining us as we recognize and celebrate the world's most unstoppable entrepreneurs who are rising up to help build a better future for us all. We're delighted to be working in collaboration with CNBC Catalyst this year and coming to you from the CNBC studio in London. But we're going to travel the globe and hear from each of the 46 award winners. And what you've all been waiting for, find out who among those will be crowned EY World Entrepreneur of the Year 2020. Well, this year is a special one for EY World Entrepreneur of the Year. 2020 marks the global competition's 20th anniversary. And of course, it's the first time it's a virtual event. In normal times, we would all be celebrating together in one place, but these are sadly not normal times. All of us in some way have been affected by the global coronavirus pandemic. And we would like to salute the millions of essential workers putting their lives in danger to help the rest of us. In these times, we rely on those who rise to a challenge. And tonight we'll hear from remarkable entrepreneurs who are doing just that. Time to welcome our first guest now, someone who knows this year's award winners like no other. Let's cross now to San Diego, California, and EY's global entrepreneurship leader, Stasia Mitchell. Stasia, welcome to the show, and obviously a unique show this year as we'd normally be together.
That's right. Hi, Emma. It is great to be with you. And while we would be in the beautiful centerpiece of Monaco together, obviously, we were not able to make that happen. But we have an amazing history, a 20-year history of bringing entrepreneurs from around the world together to meet. They connect, they learn, they collaborate with people they wouldn't ordinarily meet with. And there was no way we were absolutely going to have the world meet these entrepreneurs. We were determined to recognize, thank, and celebrate our 46 finalists. And we were really inspired by them to deliver this, our very first live virtual event.
And Stasia, it is difficult at the moment, obviously, with COVID-19. What have you seen, though, from entrepreneurs when it comes to dealing with this global pandemic?
Across the world, we're really seeing entrepreneurs rise up to meet the challenges of COVID-19, and they're doing it in many different ways, from working on vaccine developments and testing equipment to creating apps that stop the fake testing and vaccines being distributed to the public. Entrepreneurs are really, showing that they're part of the community. They're not doing this just for profit. They've gone out of their way to, provide time, resources, and quite frankly, more importantly, money to hospitals and to food shelters. And it's just endless, the activity and innovation we're seeing, and it makes me feel really good about the future.
And Stasia, what stood out to you then from those stories?
There's a lot of stories that have stuck with me, and I shared them on my blog on ey.com called rise up, what you'll find is that there's some clear entrepreneurial characteristics that make them great. You know, what's really driving the generosity and the positive response to the time that we're in. They're really seeing the challenge and they're stepping into it. They're proving what agility looks like. So they're completely pivoting their business, their teams to meet the challenging demands. And the other thing is, it's all about, knowledge sharing and open communication. There once was a time when people who were running businesses, they'd hold their cards pretty close to their chest. They weren't going to reveal to the world their great ideas, but our entrepreneurs, they see the value in open conversations and opening up the discussions to many different types of people. And I actually think COVID-19 has brought that out even more.
Well, Stasia, thank you so much. Do stay where you are, though, because we'll be back with you for more shortly.
Thank you, Emma.
Well, as Stasia has just mentioned, entrepreneurs around the world are rising up to face the challenges posed by COVID-19, including some of our very own award winners. Take a look at this.
We're going through unprecedented times, and entrepreneurs are asking the question, what can we do now to solve for a new world? Entrepreneurs, innovators and thought leaders are rising up to steep challenges, finding solutions when others are unable to do so. E-commerce firm Tokopedia in Indonesia already serves as an engine of growth by contributing 1.5% to the country's overall GDP. During these challenging times, Tokopedia has created a COVID-19 page to inform its 90 million active users about the latest facts and updates about the disease. And while we're all connecting online, Estonia-based firm Veriff is making sure we stay protected by offering ID verification solutions. Veriff has also been a key player in organising a free online emergency growth accelerator aimed at helping startups navigate the challenges of COVID-19. In Japan, biotech firm PeptiDream is working toward the development of therapeutic peptides that are able to neutralise the virus and stop its ability to infect humans. Entrepreneurs really do change our world. They set new goals, not just for themselves, but for the wider community. Today we shine a light on and celebrate those unstoppable entrepreneurs whose ambitions are reframing our vision and our future.
Some incredible entrepreneurs there rising up to meet the challenges of COVID-19. Well, I think it's time that we chatted to some, don't you? First, an extraordinary entrepreneur who is making a difference at this time of global crisis. USA award winner Dr. Joseph DeSimone, Executive Chairman and co-founder of Carbon. And he joins us from California, where we can speak to him now. Welcome to the show. Now, you have developed cutting-edge 3D printing technology. Tell us about your efforts to use that technology to support healthcare workers in this pandemic.
Well, as you know, 3D printing has been around for a long time, and it's been pretty much a prototyping-only technology. And we figured out how to make 3D printing a lot faster and out of the range of materials you'd like to see in a final product. You have over 50 different resins. And so being able to craft objects quickly as the need arises really lends itself to a situation like the coronavirus. And if you look in the coronavirus, there's two really important things that one needs to do. One is protect healthcare workers. And then the other thing is testing. And it's really important to understand who is sick, who is contagious, not only for managing the pandemic, but also getting the economy back going.
Joseph, how important was it for you to do something to make a difference to your community?
Well, you feel so inadequate if you couldn't. And, we've been talking a long time about the power of making what's next now. We're making about 1 million swabs already for testing and scaling up, and we have the potential to get to 1 million a week. And so as these become really important elements to help the economy get back into shape, it feels really satisfying to help everybody out.
I bet it does. Dr. Joseph DeSimone, Executive Chairman and co-founder of Carbon, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Next up, speaking to us from Bangalore, I'm delighted to welcome this year's EY Entrepreneur of the Year award winner from India, the Executive Chairperson of Biocon Limited, Kiran Mazumdar-Shaw. Kiran, welcome to the programme. Now, your core mission at Biocon is to leverage science for the benefit of society. So tell us how you've pivoted your company to help in the fight against COVID-19.
Well, as you can imagine, there's so much to do for COVID-19 that we are almost doing everything possible. For instance, we are trying to develop new tests, whether it's, serological tests based on antibodies or whether it is RT-PCR tests. Other than that, of course, we are also working with a large number of vaccine startups in India to help them take their vaccines into the clinic as soon as possible. And then we also are repurposing one of our drugs to fight COVID-19. And, so far it's showing a lot of promise because it is a biologic drug. And, COVID-19 is a very strange and difficult disease. And so we're really trying to play across the board.
And Kiran, you are now seen as a trailblazer for female entrepreneurs, not just in India, but all the way around the world. What do you think needs to happen to level up the playing field?
Well, it is a very unfair world because I do realize that the people who have the money to invest are men and they prefer to invest in other male entrepreneurs or male founders. Women entrepreneurs are doing a fabulous job of the small opportunities they get. So my answer is women must be invested in because I think the world will be a better place and the world economy will be in better shape.
Dr. Kiran Mazumdar-Shaw, thank you very much.
Thank you, Emma.
I'm sure you'll agree with me, some fantastic examples there of entrepreneurs rising up to meet the challenges of the COVID-19 crisis. And there are many more inspiring stories from this year's award winners. Check out www.ey.com/WEOY. You're watching EY World Entrepreneur of the Year 2020. Thanks so much for being with us, and do stay tuned because coming up shortly we're going to be hearing from a very special guest and an Entrepreneur of the Year alumni, Tony Fernandez, CEO of Air Asia Group. But first, this is the 20th year that EY, a global professional services organisation with 300,000 people in 150 countries, has hosted World Entrepreneur of the Year, something that the organisation is very proud of. Let's hear more now from EY Global Chairman and CEO Carmine DeCibio, who joins us from his home in New Jersey. Carmine, welcome to the programme.
Hi, Emma. How are you? It's great to be here. I'm so excited.
Well, it's great to have you on board, Carmine. And World Entrepreneur of the Year has become a fixture, of course, in EY's diary. Why does this competition matter so much?
Emma, entrepreneurs, the unstoppable entrepreneurs, they really make the world and the economy go. And we're so excited to be able to broadcast this as we go along here. And they employ over 200,000 people. They have over $20 billion in revenue, and their growth rate has been over 70%. These entrepreneurs are driving innovation, they're driving the global economy, and that's what gets us so excited.
It is a difficult time, isn't it, Carmine, around the world? COVID-19, a test of every company's resilience. But could these toughest of times inspire the greatest of solutions?
Emma, absolutely. We've seen so many companies, including our entrepreneurs, smaller companies, larger companies, do so much during the COVID-19 period. Some of the companies, have changed what they make. Some of them are making ventilators, they were making cars. Some are making masks, they were making clothing. And also around the vaccine, so many companies are being very innovative to help us get through this COVID-19 period.
And of course, not long now before we find out who will be this year's winner. How will EY support them?
Well, EY will support the winner because EY has a global network that the winner can really utilize in terms of benefiting their business, in terms of scaling their business. We'll also provide a lot of experts to the winner, and the winner will be part of our overall ecosystem, including our alumni network, the alumni of other winners in the past, and other entrepreneurs around the world.
Well, it's exciting stuff to say the least, Carmine, isn't it? I know you shortly will be unveiling who's set to be crowned EY World Entrepreneur of the Year 2020. So we're going to let you go and get ready. And for now, thank you.
Thank you, Emma. It's been great being here. Thank you so much.
Carmine was talking there about inspiration. Well, we asked some of this year's award winners whether the toughest times can inspire the greatest solutions.
Survival, it brings out everything, the necessity. It's the mother of all invention.
I think people generally have a purpose-driven mind. When things get tough, some people can boost their motivation to the limits. Sometimes it takes a very stressful moments actually to create something beautiful and totally new.
If life is easy, it's easy to come up with a viable solution. If it's tough, then it takes more creativity.
Focus your imagination often creates great solutions.
The more complicated project we have, the more pleasure we have from it.
I think that a challenge gets the best out of you because there is the pressure. You need to go for it. Right now, today, COVID is learning us and has learned us a lot as well.
We advise others to focus on the problem and to find the solution to resolve the problem and to keep forward.
Well, every year there are thousands and thousands of entries to the EY World Entrepreneur of the Year competition. So to find out why the programme is so popular, let's welcome back to the show EY's Stasia Mitchell. Stasia, great to have you back. And this competition is proving so popular every year, isn't it? What inspires people to enter, given that these entrepreneurs are already really busy?
Well, obviously, as we mentioned earlier, the networking is fantastic. But actually, it's more than that. It's a great way for the entrepreneurs' stories to be heard and for them to thank the people that have helped make it happen. It's not just them on their own. It's their family. It's their teams. This event is a great way to give them a voice to thank everyone around them. And inspiration is something that drives these entrepreneurs so much. And what I'm talking about here is not only inspiring other leaders, but inspiring everyone, customers, new recruits, people who are just joining the industry, just joining their organization. They really want the inspiration to start from the bottom and go up, and from the top to go down. There's also the element about being competitive. These entrepreneurs, they love a challenge. They love to meet these judges, and there's a real buzz in this competition. They're competitive in business, and they're competitive in this program as well.
And let's chat a bit more about competition requirements now, Stasia. What has it taken for each award winner to get this far?
Well, first it starts with 6 global criteria, which includes purpose, impact, and innovation. And you'll be hearing from the judges, but our independent judges is who look at the criteria for them. But if you think about the journey these entrepreneurs have been on, it actually starts in a local competition. So imagine you're an entrepreneur here with me in San Diego. you would compete in the San Diego competition, and only then would you move to the USA competition, and only then would you join us in the global competition. So there's many different hurdles for these entrepreneurs to go through before they even get to us. It's definitely not a sprint, and it's an absolute marathon.
It sounds like it, certainly, Stasia. And of course, many of these winners are, of course, household names in their countries around the world. But what happens to the winner after this event? What is life like for them then?
Look, whether you're Hamdi, Rubens, or Brad Keywell, they'll all tell you the same thing. Once you win World Entrepreneur of the Year, your life kind of changes. Emma, you're on the camera every day, but these entrepreneurs, in addition to running their businesses, they're now recognized by everyone. You're now in the spotlight. You're telling your story to many different groups. People want to learn from you, and you're inspiring many others to try and do what you've done. It's about recognition for what you've achieved, you and your team. Is it challenging? Yes. Is it fun? Absolutely. In fact, every winner will tell you they have loved the year that follows the win. It's really something to look forward to.
It sounds very fun indeed. Stasia, thank you so much. Well, naturally, there are many things that our entrepreneurs have in common. High on the agenda this year is sustainability and the drive to nurture a circular economy. Take a look at this.
Entrepreneurs are proactively on a mission to create a business with purpose. No longer a side project, sustainability has become an integral part of the very foundations of a forward-thinking business. Danish textile company Kvadrat is a great example of that. Sustainability is a key part of the company's production process from start to finish. Vestra, a Norwegian manufacturer of furniture for streets, parks and public spaces all around the world, uses the most sustainable wood when making its products. Vestra's manufacturing facility also operates on 100% renewable energy. In southern Africa, Irvine's group is one of the leading poultry producers. It prioritises locally grown poultry and creates hundreds of thousands of local jobs, mostly for women in the process. Also a leader in agriculture, Devonish in Ireland funds research into optimised animal nutrition, food innovation, health and sustainability. The company operates carbon-neutral farming methods and works with other farmers around the world to help them become more sustainable too. And Apotea is Sweden's first full-scale pharmacy with no physical stores, just online operations. The e-commerce company offers sustainable solutions across its supply chain and aims to become Sweden's most sustainable company. These entrepreneurs show that sustainability and business growth really can go hand in hand.
Now, one award winner who has stood out for her company's commitment to sustainability is Hong Kong Macau award winner Loretta Lee, Executive Director and Chairlady of Canvest Environmental Protection Group. And she joins us now from Hong Kong. Welcome. Loretta, you've taken your passion for the environment and turned it into an 8 billion Hong Kong dollar business. Why is sustainability so important to you as a businesswoman and citizen?
Yeah, I think sustainability is important not only for me and for the whole world, because it works for our whole world, our society, and not only for me, not belongs to any individual or any company. Canvas is a listed company, so we have the responsibility to create a value, maximizing to all our stakeholders. But at the same time, we need to commit it that make the more contribution to the environment and protect the environment, blue sky, clear water. So I hope that my business can inspire more entrepreneurs and more young people to participate in producing our environmental and creating a sustainable future.
And Loretta, you continue to be dedicated to educating people about the need for environmental protection. What are you planning next?
Going forward, we will continue to do our work for the promoting. And for example, for our Zhongshan Plant 2, after it goes to operate, we are scheduling now to plant and up to planning another new exhibition center and telling how waste treatment technologies are. And for my personally, I will also act as a role model to teaching my 4 kids and the younger generation to inspire them how we need to treat our environment. And I also will continue to work with the school to do the talk, to do some speech, to encouraging them and then let them know how to protect the environmental and how to treat the garbage.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. Loretta Lee, Executive Director and Chairlady of Canvest Environmental Protection Group. Well, entrepreneurs like to be at the vanguard of change, so you can imagine championing new technologies is something that many of our award winners this year share. Take a look at this.
In the transformative age, businesses continuously learn to adapt and reinvent themselves. Technology gives us the ability to be reactive and connected, especially during times when we need it the most. Swiss-based Becom offers software to help HR managers calculate and track compensation for their employees in an innovative way, providing a fair system of payment that avoids gender or race discrimination. HMI Technologies in New Zealand is driving us into the future. It manufactures and supplies intelligent transport systems, including digital road signs and autonomous vehicles. Taking a giant leap for Hungary is C3S Electronics. It helped launch Hungary's first satellites and is at the forefront of introducing AI technology into satellite platforms. CINT began as a startup in a garage with a clear vision to help companies use technologies to reinvent themselves. Today, that dream is a reality. The company delivers machine learning and digital solutions to leading brands. New technology constantly reshapes our society and helps our everyday lives more comfortable, safe, and progressive.
Well, one award winner leading the way with extraordinary new technology is German robotics firm Franke Amica. And I'm delighted to say Dr. Simon Haddadin, one of the company's 3 founders, joins us now from Munich in Germany. Simon, great to have you on the program. Tell us about your Panda invention that's really disrupting the robotics world.
Well, thanks a lot for having me here. Well, basically here at Franke Amica, our vision was always to create robotics technology that is accessible to everyone. And among me, we have quite a large group of founders that is striving to do so. What you see behind me is our first product line, robot product line. It's the Panda robot. With that, we actually really revolutionized robotics in terms of usability, in terms of affordability, in terms of deploying mass robots of solutions. So we basically built a robot out of the, let's say, niche market industrial robotics, creating a mass market robot.
And Simon, tell us why that is so important to you, to be able to use technology for the masses, businesses large and small.
I think it's always the purpose of technology to help us. I mean, the origin, actually, robot, the word comes from worker, and I think technology always should serve us to make our lives easier. And I think robot is the definition of such a technology, that whether I'm at work, whether I'm at home, that I have an assistive system that helps me to get through my everyday life, through my occupational life, and basically helping us doing our work more efficiently, also more productively, but also more healthy for us and our bodies. And I think robots, that's their purpose, to serve us and to keep our bodies healthy.
Dr. Simon Haddadin, CEO and co-founder of Franke Amica, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Global impact is a common thread running through the class of 2020. For our award winners, driving growth and making a difference on a global scale has been paramount, as you can see here.
Entrepreneurs with a global impact seek to positively affect the lives of millions of people. They enable their business to foster sustainable, inclusive growth while supporting the next generation. Motorica in Russia creates high-tech, body-powered prosthetic limbs by using the latest technology, thus helping to transform the lives of people, especially children, around the world. In Turkey, BAU Global puts education first. The company's mission is to raise global citizens who are committed to each other and the world around them. It provides affordable, lifelong education to more than 200,000 students from 126 different countries. French firm Samsic is a great example of the impact a business can have on a global scale. Starting as a family-owned cleaning company, it now provides a broad range of services, from security to human resources in over 25 countries, providing jobs for more than 90,000 people. And keeping us humans entertained is a big and important job. Whitewater West Industries in Canada has built water parks all over the world. It's proud of its international and diverse team, who together speak over 21 languages. Driving success on a global and a local level simultaneously is no mean feat. These entrepreneurs are rising up to the challenge.
Well, one award winner making waves on a global stage is Bang Jung-chuk, founder and chairman of Netmarble. And a warm welcome to the show. Now, you founded Netmarble some 20 years ago. It's now South Korea's largest mobile gaming company with over 5,000 employees and 68 million monthly users. How crucial has global expansion been to you?
저희 넷마블이 글로벌에서 굉장히 급성장했는데요. 넷마블이 있는 한국은 내수 시장이 작은 나라이기 때문에 글로벌에서 좋은 성과를 내야 큰 성장을 이룰 수 있습니다. 때문에 저희 넷마블도 수년간 수십 개의 게임을 빅마켓에 론칭하면서 큰 실패를 맛보았고 매우 어려운 처지에 놓이기도 했습니다. 그러나 한국 회사로서 글로벌에 나가서 성공하지 못하면 글로벌 기업으로 성장할 수 없다는 것을 너무나도 잘 알고 있기 때문에 많은 실패에도 불구하고 적극적으로 도전을 해서 큰 성공을 이루게 되었습니다.
And of course, you're not stopping when it comes to global impact. What is next then for Netmarble?
다양한 디바이스 중에서는 콘솔 게임으로 게임을 확대하고 있고요. 향후에는 차량용 게임이나 다양한 이동용 게임을 통해서 디바이스 확대에 힘을 많이 기울일 생각이고요. 글로벌하게 충분한 유저가 있기 때문에 이제는 게임 이용자 수를 확대하는 전략을 넘어 다양한 문화와 융합을 해서 생활 곳곳에 게임의 엔터테인먼트적인 재미를 깃들게 할 수 있는 그런 문화 상품으로 확대 발전시켜 나갈 계획입니다.
Bang Jung-chuk, founder and chairman of Netmarble, thank you. And last but certainly not least is the common theme of social responsibility, something all of our entrepreneurs value highly as they combine profit with purpose.
Conscious entrepreneurs make business decisions that benefit the community, society and the environment. MyNews, a convenience store located in Malaysia, wants to provide Malaysians with a world-class retail experience. Believing education is key, the company works with underprivileged students to offer them tutoring and training. Something that's easy to take for granted is perhaps access to cleaning products. When Horeca launched in 2011 in Azerbaijan, it introduced many professional cleaning products there for the first time. Social responsibility is a core part of the company's ethos, and it helps the next generation of entrepreneurs by offering scholarships and internships. Recycling Lives in the UK not only helps to protect the environment with its waste management business, but its charitable arm employs former prisoners, supports the homeless and redistributes food to communities. Food company Green Holding in Poland is on a mission to promote healthy eating. The company's strategic goal is to promote a truly circular production system, from farming to processing and sales, while respecting the land and the environment. Quisda Corporation in Taiwan manufactures consumer electronics products and medical electronics. It provides free medical treatment through welfare programs and is on a mission to plant 1 million trees around the world. Entrepreneurs advocate solutions for the wider community, even if it means taking themselves out of their personal comfort zone. And our class of 2020 is a great example of this.
Well, one gentleman who knows all about social responsibility is West Africa Award winner Dr. Cosmas Maduka, President and CEO of Coscharis Group. And I'm happy to say we can speak to him now from Lagos, Nigeria. Dr. Maduka, welcome to the programme. And from a life of hardship, you founded and now run one of Nigeria's most successful conglomerates. It's an extraordinary story. How crucial is social responsibility to you as a leader?
CSR is in the DNA of our organization, as it contains in our mission statement to plow back resources for societal development. During the COVID-19, we supported the isolation centers. Also, during the lockdown, we've donated tens of thousands of bags of rice to several communities also in Nigeria.
And we know you're keen to encourage young people. How are you doing that?
So I made myself available in mentoring them by going to different universities, speaking and trying to encourage people to let them know that this country still provides them a lot of opportunity, subject to the state of their mind and the way they are thinking. We created a level playing field for anybody, building an institution where anybody can be the best that he can be. And that's what Coscharis and myself stand for.
It's humbling to listen to you. Thank you so much for joining us, Dr. Cosmas Maduka from the Coscharis Group. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, it's been great meeting many of our fantastic award winners there. And for more stories on all of our winners, go check out the EY World Entrepreneur of the Year website at www.ey.com/WEOY. Well, as you know, EY World Entrepreneur of the Year is entering its 20th year this year, and over that time, the competition has seen some incredible winners. So as we count down to find out who's going to win this year's title, what better time to catch up with old friends who may have a few words of wisdom. Well, let's welcome to the show now EY World Entrepreneur of the Year winner in 2019, the founder and CEO of Uptake Technologies, Mr. Brad Keywell. It's great to have you on the programme, Brad.
It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you.
Well, of course, you are now a firm member of the World Entrepreneur of the Year winners community. How did it feel to win last year, and what have you learned in this year?
The thrill is hard to describe. It was not, of course, expected, but the feeling was really about gratitude for this program and that it recognizes entrepreneurship with an objective process and on a global basis. So the feeling was both gratitude and appreciation, and then right next to that feeling was this sense of purpose, of responsibility, if you will, or opportunity to pay it forward.
And Brad, of course, all entrepreneurs are on a steep learning curve right now because of COVID-19. For all our award winners this year and maybe future finalists who are thinking of entering next year, what's your advice on how to reframe their own future?
This world that we're in of both health, pandemic crisis, economic challenge, and more is a siren call for entrepreneurs to step forward and do what we do, which is define, create, inspire, instigate, disrupt, to frame that future towards better in all of the fields in which we are playing and exploring.
Brad Keywell, founder and CEO of Uptake Technologies. Brilliant. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Well, next we have a very special lady joining us. Jacqueline Novogratz is the founder and CEO of the non-profit impact investment fund Acumen. She's also an author, a philanthropist, and previous winner of the EY Social Enterprise Award. She joins us now from New York. Jacqueline, welcome to the show. Now, you've said before it's in the darkest times that we find our best selves. Could that be more true than ever for our 2020 winners?
Oh, goodness. A global pandemic, economic despair, really. And now we're seeing protests breaking out across the world. This is a moment of deep, deep crisis for all of us. And yet, the amazing thing, Emma, about entrepreneurs is that for them, every problem is an opportunity. And I'm seeing that in this moment. And it's also a moment to find our truest, our best selves.
And Jacqueline, you are the voice of impact entrepreneurship. We've seen that in the work that you do, transforming lives right across the globe. So what advice could you give all of us who want to build a better working world?
Emma, I would say no matter what sector we're in, to start with who you are and what you have, but just start. This is a moment where we have seen that all of our systems are broken. They are failing us. And we are seeing that they are all interrelated. We are entangled. And because we don't have a roadmap, each of us needs to develop a moral compass that takes the tools of the market and uses them, but is not controlled by them, to create solutions in which all of us can see ourselves. And that's how we build a future in which all of us can flourish.
Jacqueline Novogratz, founder and CEO of Acumen, thank you. Up next, a very special guest and past Entrepreneur of the Year award winner. He won Entrepreneur of the Year for Malaysia in 2006 for his work with AirAsia, a company that he co-founded back in 2001, which is now a multi-billion-dollar business. He is, of course, Tony Fernandez, CEO of AirAsia Group. A very warm welcome to you, Tony. We're obviously going through extraordinary times with COVID-19. Can you give us an overview of how it's affected your business?
Well, we're at the front line of it. Obviously, travel and tourism have been badly affected. And we're just pivoting our business to come out of it as strongly as we can.
As an entrepreneur, this obviously isn't the first crisis that you've had to deal with. We've had the Asian tsunami, 9/11 as well. So as a business leader and entrepreneur, how do you prepare yourself for these moments of crisis? And how do you steer your team out of a situation like this?
Being accessible, being transparent, being as honest as possible to the staff, and constant communication so that we can find solutions and work through. There are two ways of dealing with a crisis. Put your head in the sand and cry about it and just hope it goes away, or get out and try and do something about it. We've taken the latter. And we always keep saying, even though it's a massive crisis, why waste a crisis? Good opportunity for us to do many things that we couldn't have done during an operational time. We now have the opportunity to repivot our business and do things that we wouldn't have been able to do in a normal time.
Tony, what advice would you give our entrepreneurs who are going through these challenging times?
Stay positive. I know that sounds like a Miss World comment, but it's the best advice I can give. And that there are opportunities. crisis always presents opportunities. And for entrepreneurs, generally, they're the quickest and fastest to adapt and move.
Well, it's been an absolute pleasure to have you on the programme. Thank you so much for your words of advice. They are very warmly welcomed. Tony Fernandez, thank you so much for your time. Well, another great message now, this from a past winner.
Hi, everybody. I'm Sarah Blakely, the CEO and founder of Spanx. Congratulations to all the Ernst & Young winners tonight. I am so excited for you all. Each and every one of you are so inspiring. And I just want to thank you personally for the innovation and inspiration that you are bringing to the world, especially during such a challenging time. I've been an entrepreneur for 20 years myself, and I know firsthand the personal sacrifice that you've made through the years, not only for your people, but for a better world. So tonight, I salute you. Cheers. Congratulations, and actually this is my champagne flute from 2002 when I won Ernst & Young in my region. Congrats, everybody.
Thanks there to Sarah Blakely, founder and CEO of Spanx and US Entrepreneur of the Year alumni. You're watching EY World Entrepreneur of the Year 2020, and just a few minutes to go now before we unveil this year's winner. First, though, time to hear from some more of our incredible award winners. We asked them, how will entrepreneurs help reframe a new future? This is what they had to say.
We're seeing nowadays, especially with the coronavirus, is that people are engaging with different cultures very virtually. What we do is to localize these foreign contents into global audiences. So we're basically empowering that sort of a major shift of connecting different cultures, but probably post-corona in a virtual way more and more.
Bueno, para un emprendedor, toda crisis es una oportunidad. Frente a esta situación, es necesario identificar las fortalezas internas y salir adelante frente a las adversidades que pueda haber.
Agribusiness has a very, very important role to play in the future to come. We need to produce more food in a sustainable way.
We try to build our boat in the most sustainable possible way.
What we are trying to build, we call it a virtual global supercarrier. And it's basically a platform that will enable people to travel from any A to any B, anywhere in the world. This is bringing people closer, which I believe is critical for mutual understanding of different cultures, different ethnics, and ultimately will make the world better.
我的贡献就是一创新，二构建一个团队。
We are in an area which is developing strongly. We feel that we have to move strongly in IT. We will need to do it faster and faster.
You're watching EY World Entrepreneur of the Year 2020, and the countdown has truly begun. In a few minutes, we'll be welcoming back the EY Global Chairman and CEO, Carmine Di Sibio, to reveal this year's winner. First, as you would imagine, the competition involves a rigorous judging process. And this year, EY World Entrepreneur of the Year has 6 fabulous independent judges who have the unenviable task of selecting just one winner from 46 superb finalists. Well, let's meet them now, shall we? Joining me now is the 2020 Chair of Judges, Manny Stool, Chairman and co-CEO of Moose Toys in Australia.
Hi there, howdy.
Also joined by Amina Sabanch Kamisli, co-founder and vice chairperson of Esas Holdings in Turkey. Hi, Amina.
Thank you. Well, merhaba.
Rosaline Blair, founder and chair of Alexander Mine Solutions in the UK. Hi, Rosaline.
Hi.
Also joined by Sipho Nkosi, chairman of Sasol in South Africa. Hi, Sipho.
Hi, Dumelan.
Hernan Kaza, co-founder and managing partner of Kaztec Ventures in Argentina. Hi, Hernan.
Hello, thank you.
And last, but of course no means least, George Honchoy, Executive Director and CEO of Link Asset Management from Hong Kong, China. Hi, George.
Hi, how are you? How?
Now, Manny, you yourself are an EY World Entrepreneur of the Year winner and the first Australian to win in 2016. So you know just what it means to win this award. What does it mean to win a competition like this?
Well, it's obviously to enter it to start off with. Everyone that enters it obviously wants to win. So it was great to win, of course. But significance would have been that, you know, our team at Moose and all the staff and all the officers we have around the world, that it certainly made everyone feel very proud of what we as a company have accomplished. The other areas I tend to keep it, well, I was keeping a very low profile prior to winning it. So it's actually exposed me to a lot of companies, a lot of people. I think the EY organisation and what they're trying to achieve is fantastic, and what they have achieved is awesome. And it's a very, very worthwhile exercise. And I think a lot of people have gained a lot of benefit from the whole process.
I mean, sustainability is at the core of your investment company. How did the class of 2020 score on that front?
Well, I believe that self-respect and success is achieved when you've created a financially sustainable company and are continuously contributing to the social sustainability of your community. In this respect, we saw wonderful companies, and I truly felt this spirit among the class of 2020, as you say. We saw companies where employees were being motivated to act like mini entrepreneurs. And at the same time, we saw this spirit carried on to the social side as well, to uplift their communities along with uplifting their companies. And these were especially successful in the social investments in the areas where they are already financially invested. So, for example, we saw companies who had strong beliefs on environmental issues, extending their vision on these issues and imposing this vision on their supply chain to create the difference. We saw companies who have financed the creation of thousands of SMEs to promote value in their communities and create jobs. So for me, I learned a lot from these wonderful companies, great stories, and full marks for the class of 2020.
And George, 46 award winners this year. What impressed you the most about this year's award winners?
With every year, when we look at the entrepreneur with all the journey to get to where they are, is always impressive. But this year is a very special year, an unusual year with COVID-19 affecting everyone across the world. So we've asked additional questions relating to this and seeing how they have prepared their company and themselves to deal with this rather unexpected shock. It's an unusual time, and we hope that it's not with us for too long. Just the spirit and the resilience that they have in order to deal with it is something that is so admirable.
Rosaline, let's come to you now. Without giving away the identity of the winner, why did they stand out above the others, do you think?
Well, this individual has managed to strike the right balance of compassionate capitalism, and they're inspiring, value creator with gutless determination and energy. And that's all packaged with someone who is incredibly humble and with a wicked sense of humor. And I think importantly, this person will be a rare role model on every level, the kind of role model that the world needs today.
Thank you, Rosaline. Sipo, let's come to you. You're known for your entrepreneurial spirit and wanting to make a difference. Is that a theme that you saw amongst our award winners?
Oh, I saw more than that. I saw people who reminded me of what to be an entrepreneur is or should be. I met teachers, mentors, and incredible people.
Indeed, I really am touched, and I just think that the world is in a better space with the kind of entrepreneurs that we were dealing with this year.
And Hernan, of course, very challenging business conditions right now. How impressed were you with the award winners' abilities to adapt in these times?
Obviously, adaptation is one of the key characteristics to be a great entrepreneur. So what I've seen is an amazing group of people, first of all, taking care of their employees and their communities. Second, taking care of their businesses and making sure those businesses could survive over time. Very positively impressed. Everyone is really aware of what's going on, and that's in their main agenda. And hopefully, as it's happening, this is making us all very humble. Hopefully out of this, we will emerge stronger entrepreneurs with stronger companies, with stronger teams, and all of us with a stronger sense of community and realizing that it's really important to take care of each other.
Well, Manny, Amina, Rosaline, Sipo, Hernan and George, a big thank you for your judging efforts and a thank you for your time today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Such inspiring words there from our panel of independent judges. Well, it is time now, ladies and gentlemen, to find out who is this year's winner. Are you ready? And more importantly, are our beautiful panel here of award winners ready too? I know we can't be together in person, but look what modern technology could do for us as well, because pretty much every one of our award winners is joining us this evening. And I want you to give us all a big wave. Show us your country flags. I can see some family members in the background. Some of you have even already started drinking the champagne. So thank you so much, because it certainly is an evening for celebrations, regardless of where you are in the world. And of course, for those of you who are watching in the audience from over 115 countries around the world, here we go, because we're going to cross back now over to Carmine, who's standing by with the all-important envelope. Carmine, have you enjoyed the show?
I have, Emma. It's been a great show. Absolutely fantastic. But now the time has come, and I'm going to pull out the golden envelope with the winner. And the winner of the 2020 World Entrepreneur of the Year Award is Dr. Kiran Mazumdar-Shaw, Executive Chairperson, Biocon Limited, India. Congratulations.
Oh, well done, Dr. Kiran Mazumdar-Shaw. Before we hear from her in person, let's learn a little bit more about her. Watch this.
Dr. Kiran Mazumdar-Shaw, Executive Chairperson of Biocon Limited. Kiran is a trailblazer for businesswomen in India and around the world. She founded Biocon in 1978 with just $500 and has grown it into one of Asia's leading biotech companies with a workforce of over 11,000 people. Driven by an ambition to leverage science for the benefit of society, Kiran has overseen Biocon's move into developing and manufacturing affordable drugs to tackle chronic diseases such as diabetes. Kiran's goal is to develop affordable blockbuster drugs with the potential to benefit billions of patients. Congratulations, Kiran, EY World Entrepreneur of the Year 2020.
Well, a massive congratulations, of course, to Dr. Kiran Mazumdar-Shaw. But of course, it's a night of celebrating for every single one of our award winners. And before we listen to Dr. Kiran, because we're going to cross live to Bangalore in India in just a few minutes' time, let's have one last look at our fantastic award winners of 2020. And it really is a massive congratulations to all our award winners, because you really have done an extraordinary job and you've really achieved something tonight. So you should all be very, very proud of yourselves. But there is one World Entrepreneur of the Year winner, and that, of course, is Dr. Kiran Mazumdar-Shaw. We can now go live to Bangalore in India and speak to Dr. Kiran Mazumdar-Shaw ourselves. You can see the flowers are behind you. You're just on the phone, I'm sure, to a family member. Tell us, how does it feel to win this award?
You know, there were so many great entrepreneurs that I myself was so inspired just listening to their stories. So it's a great feeling to think that, you know, I was selected among such a great, great group of entrepreneurs. It's a very proud moment, not just for me, but I think for all my colleagues at my company.
And Kiran, how do you hope winning will support you in realizing your ambitions? Because you've still got a lot to give, haven't you?
Well, you know, I'm the eternal entrepreneur, and I just feel that there's so much to be done, and I just feel that I need to make every moment of my time useful to do what I want to do. And I think, you know, I think all of us feel that we are very short of time. So I'm always impatient. I always want to do a lot of things in a hurry. So this is a great feeling, and it just, you know, gives me more impetus to do things even faster.
Oh, well, that is good to hear. And finally, Dr. Kiran, how important do you think this competition is in inspiring other entrepreneurs who are watching tonight?
I think it's such a great award because, you know, I was asked, you know, when I was interviewed, I was asked, what does this award mean to you? I mean, you won so many awards. I said, you know, every award is special, but an entrepreneurial award is extra special because for entrepreneurs, this is such an important award because it actually allows others to really vie for this award. And I just hope that we just keep on recognizing and celebrating entrepreneurship because that's what the world economy needs. You need, you know, innovative ideas. You need entrepreneurs with drive and risk and purpose to really change the world.
Well said. No one could have said it better than yourself. Thank you again, Dr. Kiran Mazumdar-Shaw.
Thank you. Great moment and a very proud moment for me and my company and my colleagues.
Well, many, many congratulations again to Dr. Kiran Mazumdar-Shaw, Executive Chairperson of Biocon, a really well-deserved win. And if you'd like to learn more about Dr. Mazumdar-Shaw and indeed all our award winners, then do go and check out EY's website. All the details at www.ey.com/WEOY. Well, we are nearly out of time in the programme, I'm afraid, but let's give the final word now to Stasia and Carmine. Stasia, thank you for your company throughout the programme. Would you like to pass on your congratulations?
Yes, congratulations and celebrations, Dr. Kiran Mazumdar-Shaw. Amazed by this win. I'm so excited for our year together. Thank you so much, and thank you all for having joined us today. Even though this marks the end of our 2020 World Entrepreneur of the Year competition, guess what? The 2021 program has already started. So entrepreneurs who'd like to join us next year, now is your time. You've seen what's possible, you've seen what's reachable, and it's now over to you.
Well said, Stasia. And Carmine, any parting words?
Emma, thank you. I really want to thank all our EY teams around the world. They've worked so hard to make this competition work flawlessly. I also want to thank the judges, our independent judges. They spent so much time evaluating all the candidates. I want to thank them. I want to thank CNBC Catalyst for being such a great partner. And then, of course, I want to thank all the entrepreneurs who've participated. You've all been fantastic. So thank you all, and in particular, thank you to Dr. Mazumdar-Shaw. Congratulations for being the winner of the EY World Entrepreneur of the Year.
Carmine and Stasia, thank you very much indeed. And of course, a very big congratulations again to Dr. Kiran Mazumdar-Shaw. Well, that is it. That's all we've got time for, I'm afraid. Thank you so much for tuning in. And don't forget that this time next year, you could be the winner of the EY World Entrepreneur of the Year 2021. Hopefully, we'll all be together then. But for now, take care and goodbye.